When it comes to the best simulation games, American Truck Simulator gotta be up there on the list. There's hardly any competition when it comes to a complete truck simulator experience that portrays USA as beautifully as ATS. The game world is not perfect, sure, but when we think about open-world games with USA map, the only other competition I can think of is the Crew series by Ubisoft. It's worth mentioning that the Crew games feature the whole USA map, whereas American Truck Simulator features a handful of states, as new states are released as DLCs every year. But when it comes to the details, the experience of long drives along scenic and iconic US routes, through amazing small towns, the Crew's map is not anything like ATS. As mainly a driving simulator, ATS focuses more on the map and driving experience than the Crew games did. Don't get me wrong, I love the Crew too and the ambitious map design they have. But something about ATS hits different. One thing I like about the fact that the states are released as DLCs is that they are quite big and more detailed. The developers get the opportunity to spend enough time working on each of the states, bringing some of the iconic areas from real life to the game. Enough with the comparison. Now let's get to the actual point I'm trying to make here, which is exploring the game world in ATS is so much fun. But why? Surely most of the players are just here for the authentic trucking experience. But for many, the true charm lies in exploration. As you drive from one destination to another, you're treated to stunning sights, from towering mountains to sprawling farmlands, small towns, and bustling cities. I almost feel like the amount of effort that goes into developing the map with great details is underappreciated. And that's mainly because most people see it just as a trucking simulator. Those of us who are regular players enjoy it for what it is, and we appreciate the beauty of the trucks, the game world, and the community-made contents. But when you look at it from someone's perspective who's not very familiar with this game, they probably just see it as a truck sim where you drive big semi-trucks from point A to point B. At least that's what my friends think when I tell them how I love American Truck Simulator. The idea comes across as boring to many of these people. But while I love it for a trucking sim, I also think that the truck simulator aspect of it kinda overshadows the open-world exploration opportunity the game offers. If it wasn't a truck simulator, but an open-world driving simulator with many US states and a map this huge, surely it would draw a different type of audience. I don't want this game to not be a truck simulator at first, because that's what it really is at its core. But at the same time, I want people to see what the game offers as an open-world driving simulator too. And this brings me to the next point, car mods. Some people don't like the idea of car mods because it is a truck sim. They will tell you to play Forza Horizon or The Crew instead, none of which, by the way, are driving simulators. Those are arcade racing games. But if car mods do bring in more audience to the game who can enjoy the open-world experience, what's the harm in it? I think that's a good thing. Maybe trucking is not their thing, but they might still enjoy the exploration. Don't let other people tell you that you can't enjoy the game with car mods. If that's your thing, by all means do it. When I'm playing the game solely to explore or cruise around, I don't like taking my truck to do it. I prefer something more practical like a car or SUV. It's more fun that way. When I'm not hauling cargo, I love taking a Land Cruiser or an electric EQS for a spin. These vehicles make exploration more convenient and let you fully appreciate the game's stunning landscapes. Now that we talked about the means of exploration, let's focus on exploration itself. The world of American Truck Simulator is vast and diverse. Each state has its own unique vibe, complete with distinct landmarks, roadways, and terrains. California, Arizona, and Nevada feature vast deserts, while Washington and Montana showcase lush woodlands. Texas offers wide open spaces, and the Midwest DLCs bring iconic plains and farmland. Upcoming DLCs promise even more diversity. The major cities are not super big, but that makes sense since the game's main focus is highway driving. Still, the city areas are of decent size, with city lines visible from the roads. Small towns are a particular highlight. The attention to detail, from quaint houses to cozy downtowns, perfectly captures the charm of rural America. Driving through these towns feels like stepping into a postcard, with local landmarks and a sense of history built into every corner. It perfectly captures the essence of American small towns. The game also boasts scenic routes along coastlines, mountains, and national forests. You can stop at natural viewpoints, read informational signboards, or simply take in the breathtaking beauty. These moments make the game much more than a trucking simulator. It becomes a meditative, open-world exploration experience. What sets ATS apart from other open-world games is its balance of realism and relaxation. The game's world feels alive, with its diverse terrains, weather effects, and landmarks. Each state offers a new adventure, from the deserts of Nevada to the forests of Washington. Even the smaller details, like stopping at a rest area or crossing a state line, add to the immersion. All these things make American Truck Simulator far more than just a truck simulator. A huge open-world game with endless opportunities to explore and discover. Whether you're driving a semi-truck or cruising in a car, this game offers the perfect virtual world for an open-world driving experience like no other. Comment down your thoughts below. And if you liked the video, please subscribe and stay tuned for more ATS contents.